What's going on, y'all? It is finally time to try to get back on this fiberglass. So maybe pretty soon I won't have to open the door like this anymore. But it's time to go ahead and get this one out, get the wood trimmed up, and get everything stapled together so I can get the initial piece of fleece glass down and ready for the mat. Alright, so the next step, we're gonna put in a little groove all around this. So when I put the grill fabric on there, I have a place to staple it down on here so the edge, the transition will be kind of smooth. And with the staple all around this, then a staple to the door panel. So I put a link in here for that grill fabric if y'all want to try to use that instead of fleece. It's a lot thinner, but it holds pretty tight, and you can get a lot of complex curves and stuff a lot better, a lot easier than trying to use fleece. But so whatever edge you want to cut, it's gonna cut the bottom side, like whatever's touching the table. So just flip that side over because you want the cut on the outside, not on the back end. So measure how deep you want your cut to be, and then once everything is set, locked in place, different routers, I'm sure it's gonna be different as far as how you raise and lower that piece. I think some have like a screw where you can just twist it up here, but mine has got the knob at the bottom. But once you get it set how you want it, it's time to go ahead and cut it. Alright, so rabbeting the edge is cut. It's got enough room for the fleece to go. Well, grill fabric. I'm gonna call it fleece, but it's grill fabric. But anyway, you got enough room for that to go. It'll staple down to your edges. And so once I get that on there, just gotta sand down the door panel and staple everything to that and be ready for glass. Alright, so I got my fabric cut out. So now time to load up the stapler, staple everything on the edge like so, and then stretch it tight, staple it to that. Alright, so now that everything is stapled, you basically just do it like you cutting tent. You got this nice edge, so just run your blade right along the edge all the way around. You get a nice clean cut. And if you cut it right, boom, perfect. And you can save this, well, not you, but I'm saving this piece for once everything is done. It'll be the grill piece to go in the back. So I can put this up somewhere. Alright, so everything is scuffed up with some 80 grit sandpaper. And this is just so the fiberglass can stick to it a little better. I had a few issues with the last set that I didn't sand them down beforehand. So in some spots the glass was lifting off of the plastic door panel. So scuff everything up so the glass should stick to it pretty good this time around. Like I said, the last one was sturdy. It was just in a few spots, it just kind of, that little connection wasn't all that great. So this should solve that problem. And I'm gonna go ahead and hot glue a couple anchor spots and stick the mount on there, anchor it in some spots, and then go ahead and staple the fleece and mix up some glass. So simple enough. Got it glued down just in a couple anchor spots because it's not touching a whole lot in a lot of spots, but the few spots where it is touching, it's glued down. And so I don't want to put too much pressure on it, but it's tight enough to where if I move it around, it'll stay. Like stretching the fleece won't pull it loose. So get all of this set up, and I'm gonna go ahead and staple all of this down and trim off the extra. Right, so once you're done stapling, you should have something like this. And I got a few spots I hadn't stapled yet, like all of this. So far I just kind of put some hot glue on there to kind of tack it down. So I guess since it was so flimsy, the pressure from the stapler wouldn't really sit right and go all the way through, so it kept backing out. So I just got the hot glue hole in there for now. Super glue is what really works now that I think about it. Like I saw car audio fabrication, his channel, he would use CA glue, so I might try some of that. Just to kind of drop it down and get that edge sealed down, and staple this, and then should be good to go. Trim off the extra, and it'll be ready for the glass. Alright, so here we go. Everything is stapled down. I'm gonna call it quits for the night. But so basically the edge that we cut, all the fabric is stapled into that. So once you start glassing, it'll build up, and it should level out or get close to this layer right here, and then, you know, just fill in whatever gap is left, fill it in with Bondo. So it shouldn't be too much of a gap after about 3 or 4 layers of glass. And yeah, so I stapled this all around, and somebody was asking the other day how it was stapled, and basically I just staple it straight through, and then you can see all the staples kind of come through. So what I do normally, get you like a screwdriver or something, and I just lay these flat, like lay them flat all the way across. For one, so whenever you messing with the door, you don't poke yourself. But the other thing is, once it's flattened down like that, it pretty much anchors everything together, so you don't have to worry about it coming apart or anything. So it's pretty much solid after that. But yeah, so this is it for today, and the old ones for comparison. Been a good 3 years, but time to change it up a little bit.